Well, hello everyone, I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning into this video and to this channel of mine. If you've never been here before, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Jemmuel, but you can call me Jem. I am a session touring musician, a music producer, and a music director here from Sydney, Australia. And in this video, I'd love to share with you guys how I create clicks and tracks using Logic Pro 10. This is how I make my click and tracks with whatever musical situation I'm playing, whether I'm playing a pop gig or if I'm playing at church and they require to use clicks and tracks. This is how I make it using Logic Pro. If you're asking why I don't have Ableton, well, it's because I don't own Ableton. I haven't been able to afford Ableton, and using Logic has been great, and I've actually been inspired using Logic Pro 10 from my good friend Jim Danica, who was the keys player and music director for Michael W. Smith for many years. And so here's kind of my take of how I like to use click and track, and I hope that this helps you out if you're starting to get into click and tracks using Logic Pro X or 10, whatever you want to call it. So this is a session that I have made for this upcoming Sunday that I'm playing at. We've got quite a few songs, and in my church I don't use tracks for every song, but I will use a click for every song. I'll only throw tracks in for songs that may require some extra layering, which will help enhance the song. At my church, we don't like the tracks to tell us where to go, where the song goes. We like to encourage the worship leaders to direct the song and the flow of the song, and so we like to keep things open to changes on the fly, and I'm going to show you how I set that up whenever I'm using a song that requires a backing track. So just to show you what it looks like, we have a song that starts off called No One, and I will use a track, and my click will always be made with a MIDI click rather than like an audio click. And the reason why I do that is because I can stop and start the click at any given time, and everything will always link back to the one count. And I can manipulate the subdivision on the fly if I need to. I can manipulate the time just by clicking my tempo here on Logic, just pressing the letter D. And whatever bar I've set it to, using my tempo markers here, and using my guide markers here and the signature. I'll show you guys how I do it all from scratch later, but kind of what it looks like is this. I have a song that has a loop of a click at the BPM of 136.44. Then the next song is called Awake My Soul.
Awake My Soul. Intro 2, 3, 4.
And then we have an audio track, and I can like loop that as many times as I want to if the worship leader is speaking to the congregation and like wants the intro to go on for quite a bit. I can loop that. And then when it's time to change to another section, I can just move it however I want to. And now we're in the verse. And I've given myself audio cues rather than
turn around
using the multi-tracks cues.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So that's that. And then at the end of each track, sometimes I won't even use the entire track. I'll like cut it off at a certain point in time and just give a click at the end of the song, just so I'll give a click which is the exact same BPM as the track. So if anything fails, like we miss a cue from the track or anything like that, I can just keep a click going in the same tempo as a safety measure. Or if we finish a song and we would just want to sing a chorus or a bridge again, I can just keep the click at the same tempo we were at. So pretty cool that way. And then I just make clicks, and then I can change to a song that has a 6/8 time signature. Yeah, and that's pretty much what it looks like with my click and track sessions whenever I'm doing a live gig or if I'm playing at church. In this case, this is what I'm doing for church this weekend. So let me show you guys how I make my track templates from scratch. Alright, so let's start off by creating something from scratch. I've created a template where I have a whole bunch of orchestral kits, which you can get from the Logic Instrument Sounds, from orchestral. Then once you click orchestral, you go to percussion and then orchestral kit. Reason being is because I can make a click with a percussion instrument. In this case, it's these two sounds using the notes C sharp and E flat on the keyboard, on my MIDI keyboard. In this case, I'm using like a Novation Launch Key 49, but you can use any MIDI control of your choice. And then I click this menu over here in the Logic menu, where I can see arrangement. I don't need arrangement. I just need marker, time signature, and the tempo. And say I will create a click or a track depending on what song I'm going for and pretty much the sound I'm aiming for. So in this case for this Sunday, we're playing these songs. So we've got No One by Elevation Worship. I don't think that song really needs a track. Awake My Soul, I reckon this song can use track for sure, because there's a lot of layers which can be enhanced with those backing tracks. And all these other songs, we can just use click. Alright. So starting off with making a click from scratch, I'll say, okay, No One. What is the BPM for No One? I will go to multitracks.com and I will research what worship song needs whatever. I'll use multitracks.com as a way for me to find what BPM a certain song is, but I'll also use it to get my tracks. I'll purchase my tracks for songs. In this case, I've got a whole folder of songs that I've done with multitracks.com that I've bought and purchased over the years. So No One has is in 4/4 and it's on 136 BPM. So in this case, I will create a marker here just by pressing this over here, and it'll go for about 4 bars. So from, actually it doesn't even need to be 4 bars. From here, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So I'll create a new marker over here. From here to there, I'll create a marker and I'll press Option C so I can color it. I'll make this the color yellow for now. And then I will press Command T to chop it up, and I'll write this as No One. So No One, and the tempo here. And I'll click a tempo marker on bar 2 just so I can write bar 1, section 1 is in 136 BPM. So as you can see, the line changed there, and I will get my Logic click here just to keep me in time. I can hear it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll just follow that. And just by pressing the letter C, I can bring up a loop cycle, a cycle thing guy here, and then I'll just record 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I don't need this. I'll just quantize these guys to 8 notes. 1, 2, and then if I need to create another subdivision, I will. Well, first thing I'll do is I will make velocity all maxed out so it's nice and audible. Okay, and if I need to bring in another subdivision, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yep, right here. And I'm open for any kinds of suggestions down in the comments. If you guys have any better methods that you guys do, please throw them down. This is something that I just found that works for me. And yeah. So there's my click, right? There's my click for No One. And it just loops like that. Right, that's how I make a loop from scratch. Now, if I were to make this loop in, say, 6/8, right, I would have to go to my time signature guy over here, press Command T, chop it up. All right. Oh, sorry, not Command T. I just press this plus button over here to create a new time signature. Make this guy in 6/8 or whatever time signature you want. And oh no, I need to make it in bar 1. Oh, actually, yeah, let's do it in bar 2. Okay, 6/8. All right, and I'll create a cut here. Say this guy's in 6/8. All right, and I'll make 6/8 at like 72 beats per minute. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will get my Alright, there's my time signature guy over there. I'll make that all max velocities. And then I gotta quantize them to 8 notes. And that's how I create my clicks. It's as simple as that. But in this case, let us make everything back to 4/4 because we need to make Awake My Soul. All right, let's go like that. Okay. There's my clicks. There's my time signature tempo. We'll make everything back to 4. So there's 4. We can throw this 6/8 click on the side somewhere. All right. So there's one song over there. Let's delete this guy. This guy. We'll make a new one over here for Awake My Soul. And we'll change the color of that to, I don't know, purple. And in my folders, I've got the multi-track session for Awake My Soul. Awake My Soul. Here it is. It's at 127 BPM. I will drag all these files over here from multitracks.com, which they have been purchased. So I'll drag that here in line with where this guy is lining up. Okay. Oh, what's this guy? I don't need this guy. Delete that. Okay. So now I have a session here, Awake My Soul. I've got to make sure that is in 127 BPM. Because if you don't line it up correctly, your whole session is going to be out of whack. It needs to be in time. Everything needs to be in time and in sync. So now that's 127 BPM. As according to the track, make sure everything is all lined up.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4.
Great. Okay, now this is what I like to do. I like to use this guide for now just to help me find where everything is.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so my intro is going to be starting from here. And I'll write intro until it tells me when the verse is.
Verse 1.
Okay, that's where verse 1 is going to be. But what I can do is I'm going to copy and paste it and give me 2 cycles of intro. Okay, so I want intro from here, here and there. Alright, I'll copy and paste these 2. And I can move this a little further. Okay, make sure that everything is aligned to the grid. Okay, so I've got 2 intros. Alright. Okay.
Verse 1.
Okay, Okay, verse. There you go. I'm just gonna say verse. That's where the verse is. Okay, so now we are on Awake My Soul, right? And the next thing I'd like to do is, how do I set my MIDI click? I will create another layer of a MIDI click over here, and I'll align it to this, and it will automatically sync to 127 BPM because it's MIDI and it's synced with the time of this. Then what I will do now is I will loop all the way to the end. Okay, I'm gonna loop this all the way to the end here till the track finishes. That way I can create a whole like safety click over here. Okay, loop to the end, and then all these other guys I can like move them. Can move these guys away. All right, so now I have
intro 2, 3,
I have a
4.
click. And now I can get rid of the guide click that is here, this click track guy over there.
Verse 1.
And just in case if I want to cycle the second intro, I can just do intro 2, just so it gives me a little bit more time to adjust myself. So
1, 2, intro 2, 3, 4.
alright,
Verse 1.
and then I can get rid of the guide over here. And I'm gonna replace the guide girl with myself saying the cues, because I know how to I can count it in and say things to the band, which kind of makes a little bit more sense. Like sometimes the guide track won't say verse 3, 4, it'll just say verse, and it doesn't count you in. So I like to add that in whenever I'm using track. So yeah, that's what I like to do. But in this case, sometimes like intros, I will say I will count in and make and say the guide live. I'll say intro 3, 4, for example, live on a mic rather than on a track, just so when it loops, it doesn't keep saying intro 3, 4 a bajillion times. So yeah. So now that I know that's working,
Verse 1.
now we're in the verse. Great, now that I know where we are going,
Turn around.
3, 4. Okay, there's turnaround. I'll make a turnaround here. Turn around. Okay, there you go. Two, 3, 4. Turn around.
Verse 2.
3, 4. Okay, there's the next verse. I'll just say verse.
Turn around.
Okay, another turnaround's coming up here, bar 36. So this is now leading up to the chorus.
Chorus.
3,
Breakdown.
4. Okay, there's chorus 1, gonna be here, bar 44. Chorus. See how the click is still going?
Chorus.
It's still in chorus, I don't really need to do much there. Alright, let's turn around.
Turn around.
3,
Drums
4.
in.
Okay, so turn around will be on bar 60. Say turn around.
Verse 3.
Okay, verse. Okay, there's the chorus. Okay, that is now bar 76.
Chorus.
Chorus again.
Bridge 1, all in.
Okay, so there we go, bridge 1. This is where I'll number things, because with the chorus I can repeat the chorus how many times I want to, right? Say if the worship leader calls chorus again, I can go straight to this section over here and let it loop.
Chorus.
And this is why I shut off the guide. Alright, chorus again, team. Here we go. Chorus 2, 3, 4. There we go. See? When you keep that loop going on, then I can shut off the loop and we can go to the bridge once that cycle finishes. Alright, now here goes the bridge.
Bridge 2.
Okay, bridge 2.
Refrain.
And then we can do the AOs. That's what I call the A and O. Oh, no, not automation. I can go AO.
Refrain. Chorus. Breakdown.
Okay, there. I'll probably end the track here, because we as a band can pretty much take it on from here in the moments where there's ebbs and flows. There's moments we can build up, we can bring it down. We can go to the bridge, we can go to the chorus multiple times. I'll just leave it as click. I'll just say chorus click. So I can chop off the click from there, because we learn the structure so we can break the structure. In this case, I like to keep the structure. We can break it as many times as we want. Okay, there we go. Chorus click. And now I can shut all these guys off. I don't need this many loops. Oh, whoops. There we go. So now if I just, there we go. There we go. So coming from the previous cycle that we were from. Crash
Chorus.
2, 3,
Breakdown.
4. We as a band crash it out. No one notices that the track disappears. And yeah, there we go. So the next song that we've got, let's chop this all up, change it to a different color. Make this blue, make this guy red, make this guy green. So we've got, so that's Awake My Soul. The next song is what's our Sunday set? Show Me Your Face. So if you type in Show Me Your Face, that's going to be in 67 BPM. Yep, so click Show Me Your Face, 67 BPM, it's in 4/4. There we go, so I'll just type in Show Me Your Face. And then I will grab a click, set it up here. We need that much. I will click this over here. So bar 125 is going to be 67 BPM. So now the click will be 67 BPM. Great. The next song after that is, we got All Hail King Jesus. Yep, whatever. Yeah, 74 BPM. We'll make that 74 BPM over here by pressing that Q. 74 BPM. Alright, then I'll copy and paste a click. Drag it here. Alright, so now that I've got all my clicks set and whatnot, and the names, all hail, say all hail. Great, that's in the 74 BPM. Got to make sure that you change the outputs of where your clicks and your keys are going. So in this case, whatever interface I'm using at church, change it to output 5 and 6, so your outputs go to a separate channel in the mixer. The keys will go out to output whatever. And yeah, that is pretty much how I arrange all my clicks and tracks using Logic Pro. And yeah, it's been working great so far. Just got to make sure that you stay active on where you are during those moments you're using tracks, so nothing goes wrong. But other than that, most of the time I'm just using click, MIDI click, and I will arrange the songs accordingly depending on how we want to do them. Also, I will take out instruments that don't need to be there, so like drums, electric guitars, electric bass, because the people in the band will obviously be playing those parts live. I'll take out like extra voxes that we don't need, unless they're really cool effects. But yeah, that is pretty much how I create my clicks and tracks on Logic Pro. I hope that this video helped you out. If you got any questions, feel free to write them in the comments down below. And also, if you've got any other methods that you think could be better using Logic and creating click and track, I would love to hear them. And yeah, I'm super open to all that stuff. And also, if you want to see other music stuff that I do, go check out my website at www.jemmuel.com. And if you want to buy some of my Line 6 Helix and HX Stomp presets, go to multitracks.com, where all my presets are available for that. And I've got new presets coming in very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this helped you out, and I hope to see you guys again sometime soon. All right, peace out.